send and take it home. Send it back to them. I think if anything, like the scouts can get more enforcement when the place was falling apart because it was out of control. I think that already puts them in the blame as to. No, it's not what happened. You can't blame scouts for the guy that burnt the building twice. Possibly for the ablution blocks, but I think it would have ended up like this regardless of what was done.
Where it fucked out is when National took over. They didn't replace the alarm. That letter was sent to headquarters, and what's her face? Shah something. Not Chantal or Siobhan, the other one. Charmaine sent it to Ozzy. Ozzy came through, was completely surprised and shocked at the berm, did not authorize the alarm, and that is the beginning of the end. It was squarely on Ozzy's shoulders to replace the alarm in zone 10, and then they wouldn't have got further. But because that alarm was buggered, they then got the middle bathroom. They then moved into Wes's room.
You see, because you didn't tell scouts about the burn.
Yeah, but they did know.
I don't think they. How could they have known?
Because it was in my reports. Every one of the reports said we are doing a road, we are doing a berm. Council knew about the berm because Fritz had already told the engineers. And that's why it's so amazing that I wrote a letter last week, or maybe the Friday of the week before, to Jenny and to the Riyadh, or whatever his name is, at council, and I haven't yet received a response. And to Nelson Donovan. Not one of them have actually responded. Now, when I come up to the mayor or whoever it is, and they're going to say, "Oh, we were not aware of it," and that's where this letter that I sent to J.P. Smith has now gone to Robert, whatever his surname is. Now suddenly, what? That's what I was saying about the Russian thing and the British thing and the American thing, and now the politicians get held, come involved, and now the court and the law and everything else gets swept under the carpet. And that is exactly what is happening in the States, except the other way around, is that the court was being used or weaponized, as Trump says, and the political party was the ones who had weaponized it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You know, you look at the really big picture, there's a lot of weird shit going on in the world. There's a lot of environmental stuff, and I mean, was it one? I can't remember. There's 2 states in America that have just like had the most insane tornado through there again, just destroyed everything.
But the downfall of Gilray is 110% Aussie Rod's fault. He kicked Gerry out. When he kicked Gerry out, he said to me, he is going to look after Gilray, and he used the most weirdest terminology. He said, I don't see it a burden.
You know what? Maybe it was all meant to be. I mean, maybe this
Yeah.
is our thing. We would have sat here on our asses until we died in this house one day. Through natural
No,
causes,
but I
or
mean, if
because
you,
somebody else killed us.
but I mean, the fact that under this Joker's watch, the security company leaves and they don't, what's the word, award another company a contract for security. That just shows you how little they cared about what happened here.
Maybe they didn't have the money to run the place because the fire destroyed the money that they were getting.
Well, what
The
they,
questions I think that are being asked is where is the money? What did you do with the money that you were getting? Because everybody knows that they were making money there.
and I've got the answer. Because I asked Paddy the same thing.
And
We don't run with the, what were the other crowd called? Uniform and? You were either part of the
Yeah.
uniform or the,
executive.
no. The people who were supposed to make sure the scouters had uniform and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? We don't have that, and we don't have committees anymore. So basically, we just get on and do it and use the money where we need to use it. And this money was used at Sea Scout base and for something else. And now they don't have the money for here.
Sea Scout base must be fucking pointing at. That's why that's part of what makes this whole thing with Kiwi a little bit more difficult. She would have put money into Sea Scout base before she put any money in here, regardless of what she says.
Well,
And I'm really, I don't know. I know I'm in a bad mental state right now, but I think our friendship is over. I just don't know how to say it. How do you say to somebody, listen here, I don't know which side of the line you stand on, so I actually don't want to say anything to you. And she can't talk about herself because she doesn't do anything either. She sits there and reads because she's not capable of doing anything else. The doctors told her she's not allowed to drive her car, so she said, well, she is driving her car. She drove all the way there to Pinelands. So then she said, well, are you prepared to do a driver's test? And Perry said, yes, we'll bring it on. So then the doctor said, oh, we'll see. So now she's supposedly promised the doctor she'll only drive as far as ShopRite. And it was somewhere else. She's not allowed to go to Fish Hook. She's not allowed to go to the Sea Scout base. I don't know. There are people I trust. I trust Peggy and I trust the Shaws. I would trust Janine if I saw her more. Obviously, I haven't seen her. It's just been years, but where's the mistrust coming from? She hasn't technically done anything to me that I can say
maybe it's because I distrust her. I mean, I don't know where that rage came from but what she said there was, I let the guys get on. Let the guys do it. I mean, I just made her 2 offers, and then she said, "I'll just let them," and that just took me straight back to when she was running the place. And I felt emasculated. She was using me, and she thought that she was so flirty wordsy that I had no control over my emotions, and I would just yes ma'am, no ma'am. And that was not the case. In fact, the only thing I would actually say that I attribute to her is that she taught me to be two-faced. Prior to her, if I didn't like you and you came up to me, I would tell you I don't like you. Go away, I've got nothing in common with you. And after meeting her and the way that she comes in, and I know she's being two-faced, and I know she's got no morals or ethics, whose morals are very elastic, as chicks would say. She would still smile to my face, and I know she's smiling to my face, and she will stab me in the back in the same breath. And that was right from the start. Was my
Yeah. I don't know. When I go there, then she's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you for so long, and it's been such a long time, and I'm so glad we can have a catch up." And she's just part of her reminds me a little bit of my gran. She has that outward, um, whatever you want.
and I think it's genuine.
But
Her problem is her marriage, and she, like Tessa, is damaged goods beyond.
oh yeah, no, she is.
And that is what causes her to turn. Is what causes Tony Beamish to turn. And that is why a wounded animal is the most dangerous fucking animal on the planet. And what you really need to realize is that people are wounded.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What I was going to say too is, I wonder if my gran wasn't like that as well. She was like my real soft spot. I mean, I love my gran, and yet when I listen to what my dad's telling me, and I'm thinking, I never saw that. The only time I ever saw her angry was when I walked into the kitchen one day and she didn't have her teeth in, and I asked her why she's talking funny. She was mad, but I think she was probably just embarrassed maybe. And then I don't think I think my dad had hit me, and she was wild, and that's one of the times they had an argument. But my dad saw a very different side to her than what I did, and I wonder if it's the same personality as what Kiwi's got. It's a very definite Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing. And one person sees one thing and the other person sees the other.
Well, yeah, that's not technically a Dr. Jekyll, it's a Hyde. It's the same personality, two perspectives. It's like that thing where Prince Charles or William or whoever is going like this, or like that, or whatever the case is, and the side camera is just picking up the one finger. It's not what he's doing, it's what the perspective of it.